Welcome in to the latest edition of USL PRO Weekly. My name's Nicholas Murray. Very pleased to be joined by David Wagner. And David, lots of action around the league. But most interestingly, Charleston Battery going into BBVA Compass Stadium, taking a 1-0 victory on Sunday against the Houston Dynamo reserves. Dane Kelly gets the goal. They managed to hold on late at the end for what could be a very important victory as they chase Orlando at the top of the standings.
Yeah, it was a great effort by Charleston, bouncing back after a tough loss to Charlotte, coming out, playing fantastically, I thought. I thought they really controlled play well. I thought they looked dangerous, and they looked really up for it. I know the Houston announcer said it a few times, but they really did. They looked really motivated out there, and what had to be a hot day out there in Houston. And on top of the fact, you had another kind of sort of USL player, Mr. Ownby, going back and forth, playing a very good game for Houston.
He has had a couple of very good games for the Dynamo reserves since he returned to them from Richmond. Maybe back in Richmond again soon, though, with the Dynamo's reserve schedule lightening up. Now, Charleston is still chasing Orlando because Orlando put in a couple of very nice performances. Great game on Friday night against Harrisburg, and then a very gutsy performance the following night, kind of showing off their depth. Eric Ustruck getting the game-winning goal against Rochester, even after they've been reduced to 10 men.
Yeah. First of all, great game in Harrisburg. I know we talked about it last week on the podcast. Fantastic game. Everything you'd want from a USL Pro game this season. Harrisburg obviously saving the point there at home. But then for Orlando to come back the next night on tired legs, using their subs correctly, getting the late win, toughing it out, down a man, and a great finish from Ustruck too.
Now, Rochester's loss saw a coaching casualty with Jesse Myers being replaced for the Rhinos. Pat Erkley comes in, and his first game is coming up tonight. The Rhinos are hosting GPS Portland Phoenix of the PDL in the US Open Cup. And we've got some interesting USL Pro PDL matchups tonight as teams try to battle to face an MLS club in round 3.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some good ones tonight. I think when you talk about Rochester first, you're bringing back a legend in Pat Erkley. Done so much with Rochester, won so much, especially that Open Cup win. So that's especially kind of poignant with that coming back on tonight. I think you're going to see a new level of, I think they've had some lapses and things like that throughout the season, and there's going to be a new level of focus, I believe, with the Rhinos. But you're right, tons of other great matchups tonight. Tampa Bay, I could go on and on. It's going to be an exciting night.
You got Wilmington going out to play Austin. You've got Charleston going to Portland.
Yep, it's going to be a tough one.
I think a really interesting game, we won't be able to see it unfortunately, but Pittsburgh going to Ocean City, who were a very good team in the PDL last season. Now tonight we do have 2 games in the Open Cup available on USL Nation, as the Richmond Kickers host Icon FC and the Dayton Dutch Lions host Dearborn Soccer Club. Both of those games are set to kick off at 7 o'clock. We hope you join us for that action, and we hope you join us Thursday for a recap of the Open Cup and all of the action in USL Pro on the USL Pro Weekly podcast. Until this time next week, where we'll look back at this weekend's action in USL Pro. Thanks to David. My name's Nicholas. Hope you have a great night of action.